Hello, YouTubers. Joe and Paul here of Joe and Paul on Friday, July 5th at 5:40 in the afternoon, Eastern Time. Now, pay no attention to that sore on Paul's lip, which he's trying to cover up. This is not some sort of herpetic affliction or some,
neither one of them.
Disease lesion. This is a shaving accident. So, this has no health implications for the two of us or him. So, put your minds at ease. Now,
that's a new blade thing.
Yeah, well, that's always a problem, and Well, anyway, so Paul's going to tell you a story here in a minute, but I'm basically going to say a couple of things. First, it's been very rainy today, which I've rejoiced in because that keeps me from having to sort of feel like I have to go out and horse around in the yard.
Yeah.
And it's always good to not have to do that because that means that the next 3 or 4 days after that I'm going to feel like I've been beaten with a pipe.
He hates mowing.
Well, I hate that, but I also feel like I've been beaten with a pipe after I do that, and I don't like to feel like I've been beaten with a pipe. Now, I'm sure there's a subset of people out there that like feeling like they've been beaten with a pipe. In fact, you can find them in videos on the internet. Now, maybe I can't say I've seen anybody beaten with a pipe, but they've sure been beaten with a lot of other things.
Oh, that lawnmower thing where the guy's always riding around on his riding lawnmower, mowing his grass and stuff.
Well, there, I got that of some entity flying around in front of my face. So, now Paul came home from the hotel today with a story about apparently a squad intervention.
Had a guest come down this morning for breakfast. He got sick in the dining room. Well, it turned out he asked that he just needed to go outside and get fresh air.
Oh, yes.
So he went outside, and there's a bench out there. And he sat on the bench, and he was unconscious. We went out a couple times and shook him and tried to wake him up, and he wouldn't wake up. But he was breathing.
Oh.
Because you could see him breathing.
Well, it's amazing how long people breathe after they become unconscious just before they die. I've seen that in person.
So then, we told the GM, she went out.
That's the general manager of the hotel.
I think everybody pretty well knows the GM.
Well, I don't know. I mean, to me, General Motors, GM may mean General Motors.
We're not talking about cars.
Oh, I don't know. Well, you used to work for GM.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Pay no attention to me.
Anyway, she went out.
I've been doing my ex-wife today.
She went out, and the guy woke up for her.
Oh.
And
well, she has a very commanding presence.
He gave her a name. So I passed it to the desk. The only problem was this guy's name was not anywhere in the system.
Oh, was his
not
name?
his first name or his last name.
Oh.
What turned out, he was staying with his sister in a group thing, and all the rooms were under her name. So
that's good.
I
like that. Hide in plain sight.
We got his sister Jess's phone number out of him.
Oh, she wasn't in the hotel. She had just reserved the rooms. And
We
paid
call
for
her.
the video.
Well, she went off shopping or
Oh,
whatever.
so she was there, but not there.
Right. We did.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know how to get a hold of
Oh,
her
I see.
because we couldn't even get what room he was in.
Okay.
It turned out he had took too much of his medication.
Well, what's the name of the drug? Tell me the name of the drug.
Oh,
Don't
God.
make it up. Don't make it up unless you don't. I love drug stories.
Oh, God, no. It wasn't Predicin.
Well, maybe keep telling the story. Maybe we'll
It's
come back to it.
Predicin or something with a D. Anyway, that's what his whole problem was. Well, we called for squad anyways.
Absolutely.
That was checked out because the guy, we couldn't get the guy to wake up.
Well, the guys
until just before they showed up.
Yeah, they were there instantaneously. I mean, it's the Columbus area. The squads were there like within 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, they sent a fire truck first.
Well, no, that's what they always do. That's what they do. They figure.
And then we got the meat wax.
See, they can figure. If hosing them down doesn't wake them up, then the squad might be needed.
So anyway, they decided
You gotta have fun with this.
The guy just had too much of this stuff, and to be safe, if he could go back to his room and just finish sleeping it off.
Well, I mean, that's the feeling of everybody in the world that really wishes they could be somewhere else but yet be asleep.
So the squad let him go back up to his room and they let him leave.
Well, that was very decent of them.
And then the other day, had a woman, she had a heart attack.
For real.
She had a heart
Not
attack.
a pseudo.
No, she had it.
Not, I was worried for my cat heart attack.
No.
Oh, I felt my, like I was having really bad heartburn, but I wasn't sure heart attack.
No, she went into severe heart pain and...
Did she drop dead?
No.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, on the other hand, if she had, we would have known she had been having a heart attack. I'm sorry, I got to shut up.
They took her to a hospital in town.
Well, and then when she got the bill, she had a fucking heart attack. I'll tell you that right now. I'm sorry.
She got pissed. She got pissed off and walked out of the joint.
Good for her. Good for her. Good for her.
Because she kept telling her she had to go to the restroom and nobody did anything about it.
See,
she messed her pants and she said,
"See, that's
screw you." She got dressed and she walked out of the joint.
I'm going to give you a little insight about the messing your pants thing. Quite often when people are getting ready to die, they crap their pants. And so she actually may have been getting ready to crap her pants, because she's getting ready to die. But it may well have also been that moment passed, and so she didn't die. But, when somebody comes in and tells you that they're having a heart attack, or they think they're having a heart attack, and they say they're getting ready to crap their pants, you better take them seriously. Now, it turns out in this woman's case, it worked out okay. But in a lot of cases, it does not. So be aware there, folks out there who are in medical training. I don't think there's a lot of people out there watching me that are in medical training. But nonetheless, perhaps this will somehow live on.
Yeah, well, the portable EKG machines they brought up here. And we went up to the room and hooked it to her. She was doing every shot she would do alarm, so that's why we hauled her off to
there
town.
You go. I would have loved to have been
got her out of the end.
I love that kind of stuff. I just love that kind of stuff. I always told people.
But anyway, they made her mad. She said, "You guys can all go to crap," and she got up.
Was she my ex-wife? Was my ex-wife staying at your hotel?
She left. And she went home.
Well, she talks to me all the time.
She left and went home to see her own doc and everything, and get everything straight back right.
Good. That's the right thing to do.
She thanks us for doing everything possible for her.
Well, that's gracious of her to thank you. That's good.
So,
that's good.
She's back home and she's doing fine.
Oh, that's good.
She's happy. She's
good.
on her own turf.
Those clots just blew down the coronary arteries without causing too much problems, and that's good because you always think about these clots sort of going bing, 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 bing.
But they can sneak back on you.
Well,
and do you
well, no, the clots don't come back up. Once they're blown down, they're blown down. But still, you can have other clots forming on site and things like that. Yeah.
But they could break down and then come back up.
No, they don't come back up. No, they don't. They don't. Clots do not swim retrograde in arterial flow. But well, they don't. Well, this is intriguing insight into hotel life. Now, anything else?
No, that's it. 2 people almost knock off in 1 week. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's just wonderful. Well, not wonderful for them, but it's it's the rich panoply of life at a hotel, and
Hey, these 2 lived. The third guy a few months back, he didn't make it.
Well, there you are. See, and that's about the right ratio.
He went out in a bag.
Well, that's right. I mean,
More
there's a lot of times, you do get carried out in the bag, and of course, that's the way it sometimes happens.
They actually had him on the gurney with a sheet, but his feet were sticking out off the end of the gurney because he was so tall.
Were they twitching?
No, they were twitching.
They weren't moving. One they, like he was having that sort of, residual.
No. This guy get knocked off around midnight, and it took him till like 7 a.m. before anybody hit.
Oh, they get rigid. After 6 hours, they get rigid, but for the first few hours.
Because there were so many others going on. Because on that day, there were 3 other people
dying at the hotel?
Whacked off.
In the hotel?
No. We had one. Another one had one.
Oh, you're talking about some other place.
Their guest died.
Oh, I see.
Unlocking his car. And then another hotel guest died in their sleep also. So.
Oh, in their sleep?
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun. You don't get to enjoy the shack.
Yeah, well, the family did because, it was a wife and kids in the room with them.
While the guy was asleep? Did they try to wake him up?
Yeah, they did.
Did it work?
Well, the one that died in our place, he had a massive
Well, they're all
seizure.
massive.
He had a massive seizure.
Oh. So he became asphyxiated. So he became hypoxic in his heart, like he. Okay.
Right. By the time any meat wagon got there, the dude was gone.
Well, I'll tell you, in Columbus, the meat wagons get there really fast, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't take him away. We had to wait for a coroner wagon
to show
up.
The meat wagons don't take away dead bodies. No, I mean, if they're dead, the squad's not going to haul away a dead body.
Yeah, well, they brought him down during peak breakfast time.
I think that's great. I think that should be a great visual aid to show not patients. See, I said patient. To show guests how carefully the hotel takes care of you, because even in death, they arrange for your disposal.
There was a little boy. He's less than 5. And he was coming out of the dining room.
There's a memory that's going to be seared on that lad's brain forever.
He was coming out of the dining room when the guy was going by on the gurney. And he goes, "Oh, look, Mommy, he has a hurt."
Well, actually, that's a good first pass attempt, I suppose, for that 4-year-old. But in reality, the guy didn't have any hurt at all.
The hurt was gone.
His soul was in another place, where there is no hurt, and light perpetual shines forever.
His wife and 16-year-old had a tough time of it.
Well, yes, and I'm sure the 16-year-old's going to have a massively tough time for it. I mean, they're in the day that goes by. I don't think of my dad, and he died when I was 23. So, yeah, indeed.
So that was a fun time at the end today. Well, I'm ready to go.
Well, I think that's pretty much it. I don't have anything really too much to add. Oh, I do, but it would all be very unkind and very unchristian. So I'm just going to shut up.
It
So
rained most of the day here in Cowtown, if anybody wants to know.
you did what?
I said it rained
Oh,
most of the day here.
Oh yeah, no, it rained a lot, which is good. I mean, it's good. Well, it's good as bad. Well, it's not good for the people who are going to get flooded out in the south part of the state tonight.
It's supposed to be central Ohio mostly. Flood alert.
All righty.